Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
And biomes.
What's a biome?
If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, toss us a like and engage with us. We really appreciate all your support.
Welcome to our weekly Check It Out video, where we spend some time introducing various board games to you, in hopes that we find a game that you will love. This week, we've got Subastral. Check it out.
Subastral.
Subastral is published by Renegade Games. It's designed by Pinchback and Riddle, with the art done by the amazing Beth Sobel. In this 2 to 5 player game, you'll look no further than the beautiful earth that is and spend some time researching the beautiful biomes of this planet. Now there's 8 biomes in this game that you'll be researching, and you'll want to strategically place them in your journal so you can score more points.
Now let's give you a quick overview of how to play. You'll begin by setting up. You'll prepare the biome deck and place the end of game card according to your player count. Deal each player 3 cards. Then prepare 6 clouds and put a biome card under each one of them, as well as 2 additional cards which will go according to the number at the top left. Once you've done that, you can begin to play. Now on your turn, you'll do 3 actions. You'll play a card, you'll pick up card or cards, and then you'll replace the cards that you've picked up. Now when you play a card, you play it on a cloud so that the number of the cloud matches your card. Then it's time to take cards. You cannot take cards from where you placed. If you take cards to the left towards the biome deck, you'll pick all of them up into your hand as well as take an additional card from the deck. If you take cards to the right towards the sun, you take those cards and put them on your journal, starting from left to right. Then as the last step, you'll refill the row and draw a card and place it on the one where you took cards from. Now you check to see if there's at least 2 clouds with at least 2 cards in them. If there's not, you draw additional cards to make it so that there is 2, and you place that card according to the number.
So that's a turn. Once you're done doing all of that, it goes on to the next player, and then the game continues until you reach the end game card. But how do you score points? When you take cards from the right of the pile you placed in, you'll place them into your journal. You can think about it like this. Your journal only has 8 pages for each of the 8 different biomes. And once you grab one biome, you have to place it into one of the pages, but you have to start from left and move all the way to right. That means if you draw a biome that is the same of one kind, it has to go into the same page. So you'll have stacks of 8 different biomes or less. So you'll score points based on mixed sets and matched sets.
Now for scoring mixed sets, you take a look at all the unique cards you have in your first row. Now if you have all 8, you get 36 points. Yay! Now for the second row, you take a look at how many you have left to right uninterrupted. And for that amount is how many you score points. So if you have a gap, unfortunately, even if you have cards later on in that row, those cards don't count. Now you score all mixed rows. Now for matching sets, you score only the top 2 with the most cards. Now if there is a tie, it gets resolved by choosing the cards on the very left, so the ones that are worth fewer points. And the way this is scored is, depending on the column that the cards are in, is multiplied by the amount of cards in that column. So you add up your mixed and your matching sets, and that's your score.
And the person with the most victory points wins.
Will you be the most renowned explorer out there? So what do you think of Subastral?
I really like this game. It's fun. It's as simple as placing a card and taking cards, but it has a lot of complexity behind it because you can kind of get a little messed up when it comes to these like collecting for your biomes.
This game hurts my brain a little bit because it's so hard to plan ahead because the cards in your hand can never go into your own journal. So you have to take the cards from the field. So even if you lay yourself, maybe hopefully no one takes this card, and you place it down and then someone takes it. Yep. Sad.
Yeah, it's definitely reliant on what everybody else is doing as well, because if you are all going for the same like high scoring 8th column, that's a little like worrisome because there's a lot of contention for the cards. I think though that because there's rarity on the cards, it makes it fairly open knowledge with also having everybody else's boards visible. It makes it open knowledge so you are aware whether or not you should go for certain biomes or not.
Yeah, the more that you play, the more exciting this game gets because you do get an awareness of what everybody else is doing, what everybody's collecting. You can kind of create gaps in their collection, take all the one specific biome that they may have placed earlier on, messing up their mixed sets. And that's really exciting.
Yeah. So why should people check it out?
Well, if you like games where you're very focused, edge of your seat, it's very crunchy, a little bit like Arboretum, I would say. It emulates the same feeling. It's a different game, but it definitely gives me the same feeling. If you like games like that, this may be a game for you.
Yeah, it's basically an open information drafting card game.
Not entirely open, because you do have a hand of cards.
Yeah.
Because people don't know where you would place.
Yeah.
But mostly open.
Yeah. 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 And like there's complexities with it, with the rarities of the cards. It plays super quick too, so if that's something that interests you, it comes in a box. All it is cards, so it's also really easy to set up and easy to carry around. It's not very big.
And the art is beautiful. It's such a gorgeous game to have on your table, even with like the clouds, how the different cards blend into each other and create this big panoramic view of the sky, which the biomes exist under.
Yes. Yeah. Hence Subastral.
So why shouldn't you check it out?
Kind of the opposite of what we've been saying. Because it's such a small box game, you've got that pullback on time that it takes to play the game, and really the complex decision making, because even though that there are these rarities in these cards and you have to really pay attention to that there's 3 actions that you take. You place a card, you take cards, and then you refill, and then that's it. Like
a lot of cute games and very beautiful games, it's not very calming. It's a little bit stressful. So if you're drawn into the calm nature of these landscapes and you're like, I'm gonna have such a calm experience, you might not, because you might just sit there trying to figure out which one to go on to.
Yeah.
But yeah. Overall,
I really like this game. It's super fast to play. I still don't think I have figured out a strategy yet, if there is even one. Now, there's definitely a couple strategies you can go with. It's very interesting to like hone in on, say, try to get your 8 columns right away so that you can score 36 points, but also like slam all your cards on the 8th row.
And see what Tyler's doing so he can't get that 8th card.
Yeah.
But it is a very different game in a 2-player than a like 4, 3, or 5, because then like, the dynamics change entirely, and it's very exciting. Yep. Designers did a really good job. Definitely a game that's really easy to pull out and say, let's quickly play this, let's learn this, let's enjoy the biomes under the sun.
Yeah, I'm excited to, well, now that we can have more people over, I think this game is probably just going to be my go-to for the intro game that we play for a bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
So for our question of the day, which of these 8 biomes would you want to live in?
Temperate forest, I believe it is. Yeah. It gives me a lot of fall vibe, and I'm a sweater weather kind of guy, even though I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. But yeah, it's not too cold, it's not too warm. It's got water and waterfalls and beautiful colors.
I feel like I would want to live in the Arctic tundra, but in a nice like warm house where I don't have to go outside much, but I can just enjoy, like I don't have to have air conditioning. I can just open the window for a little bit, wear nice sweaters.
Oh, I'm yawning.
I just got overwhelmed with that feeling of coziness and like a little hot chocolate.
That must have been what it was.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let us know what your ideal biome is, because hey, they're fun, and we'll show them again once right here.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll hope to see you next time. This is us checking out.
Bye.